welcome to Cosmic Star Heroine. Now, for those unaware, this is a classic JRPG style game made by Zeboyd. If you're not familiar with that group of devs, they made a Breath of Death game. It has some sort of weird number. I think that was their breakout game. Then they had Cthulhu, Saves the World, and Penny Arcade 3 and 4. This is their 5th game, which just came out today, the 11th. You can pick up a copy yourself for like 15 bucks. I actually pre-ordered this a couple of years ago, so I was able to get it for $7.50, but I'm pretty sure that deal has long expired. So, a couple things to explain before we jump in. Before this, I had to screw around the system settings because this started out actually at the smallest window size, which, depending on what kind of resolution you run, may not be too bad. It's just on my screen, which I imagine is probably like a normal resolution these days. This was just this little box. So, yeah. Then, before starting this, I actually had to mess around with the settings a little bit. You can see which one I settled on. It might be different for you. It's just up to you to test your stuff. And the reason for this in particular is I noticed that some of the other settings, the system thing at the bottom was cut off or somewhat blocked off. I don't know if that means there'd actually be stuff that's cut off in-game or not. So I had to look around, try to find a setting that I liked, and I think that's the setting I used to record Civ 5 on when I was recording it, so here we are, back where we left off, I guess. So I'll break down the story as we go. I want to see what all they're going to give you. Just know that there's a pretty sizable cast of characters, and it's a classic style game. So let's jump in. So we actually have difficulty settings, which I was not aware of. Double credit, easy enemies, those who love story, easier enemies, harder enemies, regular rewards, additional enemy abilities, half credit. Oh, screw that. We're going Heroine. And it says you can change it in-game. And in case you're wondering why I'm choosing this one, the half credit thing really turns me off to this because I'm afraid this might lead to more grinding, which I really don't care to do. And they mentioned desperation cost doubled. I think that's like a limit break system in the game where this would come into play. So we're just going to go Heroine since this seems to be like the normal difficulty, I'd say. A little bit harder enemies, additional abilities, so we can see a little bit more. Plus it's the difficulty that has my name in it, with 3 extra letters. But I digress. So there's our main character, Alyssa. Alert! Hostage crisis at Skybreaker Tower. I'm here. This is your hacker buddy, Dave. He can join the party. I don't know if all the characters are required, but there's supposed to be a sizable cast. Eventually, we can get him, though. There's an agency supply chest in the alleyway up ahead. It should contain everything you need to get in. Sorry you had to sit this one out. I feel more at home away from the action anyway. Less chance of sudden violent death. I don't detect anything organic in your vicinity, just some positronic movement. Standard corporate defense systems, I'm guessing. Nothing I should be able to handle. How are the hostages? Safe for now, but no point in taking chances. Get in and out before the bad guys realize we're spoofing their surveillance footage. Sounds like a plan. Out. So, real quick, I actually want to look at these. I don't know if style is a resource or something you build up, but physical, reusable. Okay, that's like her melee attack, I'm guessing. Pierce, ignore enemy defenses. Water spell, does water damage. Healing. Recharges abilities. Now, since this is the first video of the series, yeah, that's all my moves. I will be showing the random battles in here. After this video, I'll only feature battles if they are mandatory, so like something important to the story, such as boss fights, or something out of the ordinary. So, like trap treasure chest, side quests, that type of thing. So graphic-wise, you can see that this is very much like a Super Nintendo game. It's like 32 bits, Zavoid Games. Hyperduck Soundworks. They did the audio for the game, I believe. It's kind of like I'm hoping for a run button, but oh well. Tutorial 1. Style and Hyper. Performing different moves in combat will increase your style, the percentage below your health. More style equals more damage and ailment success. Oh, that's right, I have to talk about the ailments. The ailments are their own special system. If you played Monster Hunter, it's the exact same thing. If you're not familiar with it, you're just an ordinary JRPG fan, then it's going to be much, much different than anything you've played before. Enemies gain style too. The longer the battle lasts, the more dangerous they become. Besides style, characters gain a hyper point each turn. When a character reaches their max hyper amount, they go into hyper mode. Hopefully I can actually control that so I can save it for bosses and stuff. In hyper mode, your damage and ailment success is doubled. Plan ahead and make sure you have a powerful ability ready to take advantage of hyper mode. So let's try Drown. Robodog. Weak to water. Just a minor nuisance to a trained API agent. So if you didn't know, Alyssa here is a spy. Down he goes. So 2 XP, 1 CR. The CR I'm assuming is credit, as in money. Skybreaker Systems, the cutting edge in power defense. So I don't know if the entire game is supposed to be like cyberpunk like this or not. It's one of those things we'll have to see, because I believe we go from planet to planet. Basic Tutorial 2, Recharge. Abilities, programs, and items. Most character abilities can be used once and then disabled. Use a defend command like rest to recharge your character abilities. Besides their own abilities, characters can also use items and programs. Items and programs recharge at the start of battle, but can't be recharged mid-battle. Items are shared by the party. Search for item treasure chests carefully to gain new items. Programs are attached to shields. Equip the right shield, and if your Hackitude stat is high enough, you'll be able to use its programs. In the main menu, you can equip abilities, items, and shields. You can also read detailed information about different abilities, programs, and items. You got a shield breaker. This item makes the enemy take additional damage from the next hit they take. You also got a grappling hook. Are you ready to begin your ascent? Booyah! So I have to ask if anyone else is getting a vibe from like Final Fantasy VII here where you had to fight that thing on the elevator. It's like a chopper or something. So Grapple Drone, 60 HP, weak to water. Skybreaker Tower's anti-grappling hook defense system. Uh-oh. So yeah, we're gonna be recharging here, it looks like. Oh hell, I can just one-shot him with that. So we're gonna use first aid here to heal. Now we need to rest. Now we're just going to use laser since it does so much damage. 6 XP, 4 credits, and I'll go over the turn gauge on the right side later. So we leveled up, no new abilities. Gained 7 hit points, 1 physique, 1 hackitude, 1 spark, and 1 cunning. Examine. Tower's defense turrets were disabled by the initial attack. Whoever is behind this is not messing around. Same thing. Hi, Alyssa. Chan, what are you doing here? I don't actually know how to pronounce your name, so I'm guessing here. I thought I'd give you a hand. Come quietly, we won't hurt you. Oh, it's too late for that. Take that. Aren't you supposed to be on vacation? If the agency thought I needed help, they wouldn't have sent me out alone. I was bored. You know I need non-stop action and excitement in my life. Come on, let me help you out here. Chan has joined the team. So, I'm not sure if there's stuff you can interact with in the environment. I don't know how well items are hidden, stuff like that. I haven't been following the game's development too much since these are established developers. I have a little bit more faith in them. I'll put it like that. Anyway, she has Pistol, Gunmancy. Physical damage to one enemy can reuse. Style 25. Oh, here we go. So can I equip it more than once? No. Oops. Abilities. Let's go back to that. Heal Blaster, Gunmancy, restores HP to one ally. 200% heal. Focus, next Gunmancy affects all targets. That's kind of interesting. So unfortunately, like, the only way we're going to be using her is that focus and then the pistol move, which is basically what she used in the little cutscene, I'm imagining. Shield Absorb, Absorb, Shield, Absorb, Wall, Hyper third turn, repeat every 4 turns. Hyper second turn every 3 turns. And then her headband is increasing her spark stat. Basic Tutorial 3, Desperation. Normally losing all HP knocks a character out for the rest of the battle. Usually, but not always. If you have enough style points, 50 on most difficulties, you can survive with a negative HP. This is called Desperation Mode. Amazing, isn't it? In Desperation Mode, damage is increased, but self-HP restoration isn't reduced. If a character is still in Desperation Mode at the end of their turn, they get knocked out. Heal quickly, or go out with a bang. That's it for the Cosmic Star Heroine basic tutorials. Additional information and tips can be found in the manual and from talking to different people. I don't think there is a manual, though. Different thing can raise the lower the difficulty if things are too hard or too easy. Good luck and have fun. One more thing, don't forget to save. You can save your game from the system submenu in the main menu, so if you didn't see that, that was this thing. So boom, you just saved. Skybreaker's proprietary backup generator is up and running. Primary power core compromised. Backup generators engaged. So yeah, let's just laser this dude. Damn. Hooligan likes to shoot, that's about it. He's got a heart of gold, but you never know it. So we're gonna focus. So let's use pistol. That was a little lame. So she's down to 7 hit points, we need to heal. Gonna try to rack up style here. And she needs to heal right now. Focus. And I need to heal again. This might be a little bit better once I actually have other party members, but it's already looking a little disappointing to have to guard and heal this much. So 4 XP, 10 credits, all enemies defeated. Blueprints of new Skybreaker designs flicker on the screens before you. And you should be healed to full after every battle, so you don't need to worry about that. But you have to keep in mind, as a result of that system, that's going to lead to harder fights. Poison Mist. Poison enemy causing you to take damage each turn. It only works on living things, though, so no robots or ghosts. So how do we do this? So one of the things I like is when things actually point out, hey, you're trying to poison a machine, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, if you could give it a computer virus, that'd be one thing, but just trying to poison it, not really. So I don't know if we can sneak attack this or not. I'm gonna try to approach from behind. Guess not. So, may as well use this to explain, here's our turn order, so you can see Alyssa is first, then the drone dog thing, then Chan, then back to Alyssa, and it's gonna go that way, so on and so forth. Now, I don't know if there's a haste spell or anything that increases speed so this gets fluctuated any. I also do not know if there's actually like a... Um, I don't know if like different moves have more of a delay or anything like that. It's one of those things that we're probably gonna have to figure out as we get further in. But Robodog, zap, crap. Can I give this to someone else? So use the Hyper Drown to finish him off. Another one of those canines up there. 40 credits. Oh, there's 2. Well, sorry, hounds, you gotta go. So yeah, Chan is a lot tankier than Alyssa. And, let's see. Let's drown this one. So these dots, I believe, are your hyper mode. If you notice, Alyssa only needs 2 at first, but unless there's something up with my screen, there's now a 3rd one. I don't know if that continually increases as fights drag on, giving you an incentive to try to wrap things up early. Let's see. And I didn't get to see before the fight ended, so we're gonna have to wait for the boss fight, I guess. So we now have Inspire. Boost damage by 40% for one ally for 3 turns. Effect halved if cast on self. This can actually be good for Chan, since I can boost her hit everyone attack. We did not get any Hackitude, but we got 2 Physique. No new abilities for her. She got more Spark and a little bit of HP, but she's a little lacking. I wonder if she's going to be like Diaz from Star Ocean, where he starts off really, really strong and then gets weaker as the game goes on, or what. Could just be a bad level up, I guess. Are you here to rescue us? You betcha. We'll have you out of here in no time. We need to clear the area first. Please hold on for just a little while longer. We've got what you came for. Let's get our butts out of here. What about the hostages, boss? Who cares? They were only diversion in case any of those knuckle-headed agency freaks showed up. Hey, boss? No. Should we let them know we're here or what? I think they'll figure it out after we hit them a few times. You, Groff Broxton, you have been deemed guilty of crimes against humanity. Your evil ends now. And it automatically equipped itself, which is cool. So, the 3 bozos are going to get a move before I get another one. I'm going to try the Poison Mist. Let's focus. Yes, hit Sean for me. So I hope this doesn't consume the buff, or the hyper buff. It did. So maybe it does bonus damage here? Wow! Sean! This may actually be a rough fight. Let's give this to Alyssa for the moment. She could go down here. I need to take this one out. So if you notice, Chan has gone up to 4 for her hyper mode ability. I'm going to use first aid here on Alyssa, so I can go hyper mode next turn. Down he goes. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what the number of party members you can bring into battle is. I'm hoping it's like 4 would actually be pretty cool, but I'm afraid it might be stuck at 3. So Alyssa level 4, Chan level 4, 10 XP, 20 credits. I'm not gonna lie, so far I actually do like the battle system. That's actually pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really get to show off the status ailment stuff since Poison Mist worked right away, but we'll try to come back to that. You think you're so clever sneaking up on us like that, but let's see how you fare against Skybreaker technology. So, they were nice enough to refresh my moves. Micromech, so I assume he's no longer considered organic, even though he is piloted, I guess. So let's do Shield Breaker. Yeah, I can take that. So let's hit him with Drown. Damn it, I forgot to check to see if this gets refreshed when I defend. So I'm going to use First Aid on myself. And I can defend next turn. But right now, since I only have 1 damage move, I'm gonna use... I'm gonna save that just in case I need it right here. So we're gonna hit him with Drown again, since this takes off about 1/3 of his remaining hit points. We're gonna use the Heal Blaster on Alyssa so that she's healthy. Sean! Going to defend here. Actually, that might not have been necessary, but oh well. I'm also going to defend here just so I have my healing move up. Because I may need it. So let's heal Chan. I'm healing her because she's going hyper mode right here so I can get the bonus damage. Next turn will be Alyssa's. We're going to hit him with Drown again, and this may take him out. 11 XP, 50 credits. Chan is 1 short of leveling up. So we got Vigilance, defend 50% recharge abilities, gain some style. So does that replace her defend, or is that a new thing? But either way, 50% is really nice. No Spark this time, and not as much max HP. Curse you, agency scum. You think you've won, but everyone in this building is about to die. Here's my ride. Bye, suckers. Hey, Kefka called. He wants his laugh back. Wait just a minute. I'm detecting a time bomb in your area, Class 9. We neutralize the hostiles. Can the defuse squad make it here in time? That's a negative. We only have a few minutes left. Get out of there and we'll try to contain the explosion. Wait, Skybreaker Tower is an experimental weapon facility. Blaster, you're right. What's going on? What's Chan doing there? Never mind, you can tell me later. With all the technology they're working on here, it wouldn't take much of a blast to start a massive chain reaction. That's right. It's hard to predict exactly, but worst case scenario, the entire city could be vaporized. Sorry to interrupt, but a little help here would be nice. New plan. Chan, free the hostages and get them as far away as possible. I'll defuse the bomb. You got it. It'd be nice if I could actually keep running like that. Keep playing. Oh, so inside is just like a hint system. I was looking for an option type menu thing. is, I would like to run more. I don't know. Oh yeah, real quick, let's actually pull this up. So yeah, defend 50%. Nice. Found it. Right next to an experimental power supply? That's one way to make a big explosion. I'm going to start the defusal process now. Have you ever defused a bomb before? I'm well versed in the literature. That's not what I asked. I know. Done, and I'm still alive. Nice job not getting us all killed. Copter is already en route to take you back to HQ. So, that's your tutorial. Here's our intro. Planet Araenu, the world of endless night. Araenu General Appliances Incorporated, aka Top Secret API Headquarters. Welcome to Araenu General Appliances Incorporated, the world's leader in affordability and reliability. How may I help you? I would like to take the special tour. My joints are aching something fierce. Sorry about that, Chief. Password accepted. Agent Alyssa LaSalle recognized. Welcome to the Agency of Peace and Intelligence. Congratulations on a mission well done, Agent. Just doing what needs to be done. I'm going to head on in. Take care. Why does the agency even need guards? Most people here are trained killers, more than capable of protecting themselves. Don't tell my supervisor I said that. I like my job. Can't seem to beat this cough. Maybe if I had a soda to drink. Yeah, I could go for a soda too myself. Damn it. So, trying to talk to people is a little awkward, especially when they're on these angled walls. The factory above serves as cover for our base, and an extra layer of defense, if you know what I mean. As usual, you're the only one on your team who bothered to turn in all your reports on time. Just doing my job. I appreciate your punctuality, I really do. Now you can only talk some sense with your coworkers. Now, that's an impossible mission if I ever heard one. Should get one of those newfangled ergonomic keyboards. I do a lot of typing. Not kidding, the amount of typing I do is excessive. Without proper ergonomics, I could be crippled by the end of this conversation. I like the stability, but sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I was a field agent, not spy support personnel. I'd have a cool codename like Crimson Tiger. Fancy space cars, beautiful women, exotic drinks. What a life. Who am I kidding? I get killed on my very first mission. Well, at least he's practical, I guess. It's good to be back. There you are. Jensen? Director Steele. I just saw the footage. Excellent work there. All of us owe our lives to your actions today. It wasn't just me, Sean was there too. The Gunmancer? Yes, I'm sure she did her part too. I hate to impose upon you so soon after such a spectacular mission, but I've got a special task for an agent of your caliber. Once you've had a chance to catch your breath, find Sector Chief... Wow. Borisovsky? He'll brief you. I'm just gonna call him Boris. Of course, sir. The agency rewards those who serve it faithfully. Always remember this. I hear you did good work in the hostage situation. I try. Of course. I would have done even better, but I can't be everywhere. I don't know if Echo's a playable character, a Kickstarter backer, or what exactly. So yes, you didn't know this game was on Kickstarter, but that was years ago. This has gone through a development cycle, and hopefully the layer of polish and the way everything falls into place is kind of showing, because I am definitely impressed. Skybreaker CEO dismisses concerns that dangerous tech designs were stolen in a hostage incident and thanks API for swift rescue. Field Agent Alyssa LaSalle, please do not disturb my patrol routine. If you're just going to never mind. I don't know who this Boris dude is. I hope it's not this guy. Huh. A man named Sue. Johnny Cash would be proud. Welcome back, Alyssa. You've handled that hostage situation brilliantly. No injuries, I hope? Not one. Sean's unharmed as well. Good to hear. The mission is important, but you need to take care of yourself, too. I hate to spring another mission on you so soon, but Director Steele was insistent you take it as soon as possible. He also wanted you to team up with Echo for this one, but I convinced him you perform best with a familiar team. Thanks for that. Echo and I have never gotten along very well. I know. She's not an easy person to get along with. Anyway, let's call the others and get you debriefed. No, I don't want to go forward. Oh well. Looks like we're partners again. Finally an away mission. I'm getting sick of being stuck here. I thought you said you liked staying away from the action. I'm a complicated man. Ha! I guess she's laughing at the man part. This mission has a high potential for extreme danger, so you'd all best pay attention. We're getting unusual readings from one of the mutated forests on the surface of Romu. Lots of Astrea activity there as well. Astrea? Astrea is a terrorist faction. It says that the government, especially the API, is a threat to us all, the usual spiel. What do you think is going on there? We believe that one of the research facilities from the Great War has reactivated itself. Oh, that could be very bad. Lots of scary technology was developed in that war. Glad you're starting to see the gravity of the situation. Last thing we want is a terrorist group with a new toy to play with. Here's some money for supplies. The equipment store just got some new weapons in just recently. You should check them out. I got 100 credits. I still don't understand why we need to pay for new equipment. Long live bureaucracy. I know you're an experienced agent, but I think you'll find that people around HQ have a lot of valuable advice to give. Goodness knows Dave could use some advice on how to be a proper agent. Hey! Once you're ready, head to the loading bay for immediate transportation to the mission site. Good luck. So let's go pull up Dave's skills. So his basic... Oh, he doesn't have one, does he? So he has Zap, which does lightning damage. Notice this cannot be reused, it has to be recharged. Grind, increases style, can reuse. So this is his thing, which hopefully I can get rid of sooner. Actually, it might be worthwhile since you build style, I'm not sure. It might be worth keeping. EnviroHack. Effect changes depending on locale. So he's a geomancer of sorts, it seems. Or the digital equivalent, since this is a futuristic type game. Confound. Inflicts stun. Enemy loses next turn. And then his dark, program up, Void Bullet, Void Blast, Void Wave. Hyper every third turn. Oh, so this tells you. So, does she go hyper every second turn because she's the main character, or is it something here? So notice we can't actually use any of the programs here as far as I know. We can't use Breather, Heal Wave, or Revive since we don't have the Hackitude for it. And I don't even know how you see how it... Oh. No. So okay, here we go. So you need 10 Hackitude to use Breather, which I guess we do have. You need 28 for Heal Wave, which is an AoE heal. 56 for Revive. Wow. And then she's actually a decent healer with this. As for Chun, durable yet expensive shield, reduces damage from the first hit taken from next attack. Party. So nothing out of the ordinary there. Her weapon is the Humitama. His is the Retro Pad. His specs increases his Hackitude. He has 24. And for his moves, we can use the Void Bullet, it looks like. Pierce damage 1. Pierce damage all for Void Wave, but these are a long way off. So I don't know if shields are missable, but these look like they're definitely worth getting. And unfortunately, I still don't know what all the stats do. I assume physique is like offensive power. I don't know if spark, like Hackitude sounds like it might be like a magic stat, but then spark defensive type stuff, or what exactly? And yeah, it looks like I can't have a fourth party member unless they're going to stick to some sort of weird guest system like Final Fantasy Tactics or Arc Rise Fantasia. Okay, we already talked to her, no new lines. If I add these two figures, multiply the result with itself, and carry the 1, there's a 100% chance that this space will spontaneously burst into flames. Of course, that's crazy talk. Everyone knows you never carry the 1 when dealing with temporal displacement mathematics. Good to know. Gotta get in shape for the agency marathon. Hey, did you know you can run by holding the cancel button? Oh. Huh. Well, now we know. Admin is requiring new data cards to gain access to the system. The IT section head is handing out new data cards, but we're not on the best of terms. I'm not looking forward to that conversation. There's a lot of people here. What to buy, what to buy? You got a soda. The woman across the table keeps looking this way. Is she into me? Let's find out. With my last paycheck, I finally got a cyber eye upgrade. Everything looks amazing, most of the time. I started a firmware download, and now I can't see a thing until it's done updating. I'm stuck here. I'm taking small sips, but I can only stretch out this cup of nutrient-rich wonder sludge for so long. Here we are. An elite force constantly facing life-and-death situations, and the cafeteria doesn't even have a food reparticulator. Notice that person's name was just NPC. New Lupian relations tense after recent slew of mysterious citizen disappearances. Heard about your great work on the last mission. That reactor could have blown us all up if you hadn't been there. Just doing my job. Biggest accomplishment I've got on my record is destabilizing the Ragunia system, and it didn't even tank. It's stable now. Did you hear about Skybreaker Towers? Wasn't that just a routine hostage situation? That's what I thought. Turns out the entire building was primed to blow. Whoa, seriously? Isn't Skybreaker Towers close to here? Too close. We're underground, so maybe we would have been safe, but who knows? Luckily, one of our agents prevented it from escalating. LCS. They should just call it by the actual words. Loyalty Cleaning Sweep. Here we are risking our lives for the good of the planet, and yet our own agency doesn't trust us enough to leave our stuff alone. As long as you don't have anything questionable in your room, you should be fine. How should I know what they consider signs of disloyalty? Brenwyn seemed like a totally normal guy, and they executed him after the last LCS. We just have to fit in. Can't stand out. Be a model employee, or so help you, it's straight to the execution chamber. Foreshadowing. Nothing to see here. Move along, Agent. Sorry, but no one is allowed in the secure storage area at this time. That means we can get in later, right? Interested in learning about ailment effects? I've got all the info right here. Stun, skip a turn. Charm, attack allies, lasts 1 turn. Disarm, 35% damage penalty, lasts 1 turn. Vulnerable, take double damage from the next hit. I can definitely abuse that. That one sounds promising. Enrage. All hits receive taunt. 25% damage penalty on attacks that hit multiple targets. Lasts for the rest of the battle. That sounds bad. Poison. Take damage every turn. Only works on organic creatures. Lasts the rest of the battle, so using this on the boss is actually a good idea, it seems. Rust. Cut defenses in half. Reduces turn frequency. Only works on robotic enemies. Lasts for the rest of battle. Ooh, I want one of those. Curse. 15% damage penalty. Lowers ailment resistance. Only works on astral enemies. Lasts the rest of the battle. I want that one too. I think that's all of them. Whew. I wasn't playing Cthulhu Saves the World. That's just my screensaver. I'm hard at work. Like I said, these are the devs from that game, so there are going to be references, I guess. Let me guess. You need one of the new data cards. Someone breaches the server and I'm stuck hanging out replacement cards all day long. Blarg. Let me just check you off the list. LaSalle, Alyssa, there, you're all set. You got a new data card. With this card you can access terminals in the Agency of Peace and Intelligence. You need 4 things to be an amazing agent: physique, hackitude, spark, and cunning. Physique affects your max HP, increases physical damage, and physical defense. Hackitude affects your tech damage and which programs you can use. Spark affects your magic damage, magic defense, and style bonus at the start of combat. Cunning affects your ailment damage, ailment resistance, item effectiveness, and speed. Want higher stats, fight enemies, gain XP, level up, and find better equipment, and you'll get them. So I guess the only way to boost our defenses is with equipment. I mean, if you don't get anything by leveling up, that definitely makes things a little bit more interesting, I guess. Yet another major security loophole that I need to patch. They need to burn this codebase to the ground and start all over. Just between you and me, a high-level hacker could break into our operations with ease if they really wanted to. Of course, anyone who hacked us would get eliminated by agency hitmen so fast they wouldn't even realize they were dead, so at least there's that. If not for the whole assassination part, that sounds like the US government. You know how sometimes enemies resist ailments? It's not random. Here we go. So this is what I was talking about a little bit earlier that I decided to explain later, but I never got the chance to. For example, if you want to stun an enemy, you need to deal enemy stun damage to lower their stun HP to 0. This means that if an ailment doesn't work, it's not a waste since it makes it easier for the next ability to succeed. Enemies gain resistance as they recover from ailments, so it becomes harder and harder to inflict the same ailment on them. There, now you have all the information you need to be an ailment master. So this is what I meant by it's like Monster Hunter if you ever played it. So Monster Hunter has a few stats effects: sleep, paralyze, poison. Those are the 3 big ones that I can remember off the top of my head. I guess there's blast too. But for these ailments, you'd have a weapon that's going to deal a certain amount of that type of ailment damage. So let's say the monster in particular has 100 points of resistance to paralyze, and your sword or whatever is going to deal 10 points of paralyze damage when it activates. And we're going to assume that it activates on every swing, even though that's not actually how it works in Monster Hunter. So you have to hit the enemy 10 times, then you'll paralyze them, because each hit will then lower the paralyzed HP. It'll go 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and then 0 status effect. Now the thing is, once the enemy recovers from that status effect, that number will reset and actually be higher. So instead of it being 100 like it was the first time, it may now be 130 or 150. And the way the stats effects in this game work are the exact same way. So I assume eventually we'll actually get some serious ailment moves, but it's entirely possible my poison may never actually do anything unless I have someone else who can back that poison up. Now the good news is it sounds like poison, curse, and rust do not time out, so those sound like they're going to be very, very important, and I'm probably going to try to abuse those effects as I play my game. Mission report. Passcode generated. I don't know what that's for, but this is recorded so I can get it if I need it. So, Groff Broxton, 47 years old, leader of the Chaos Dogs. File taxes. Damn. So, I wonder if there's any reward for not filing those right away or something? Not sure. Using a gun seems safer since you can fire from a distance, but I'd hate for all that martial arts training I took at the academy to go to waste. That's why I love my bow. And bow is in bow staff, not crossbow or bow and arrow. Great for combat both up close and from a distance. Bashing and shooting, got it all. You know, I hadn't even considered weapons that transform. Maybe I try that nice saw cleaver I saw in the agency catalog. Each shopkeeper has a different inventory. The left one sells weapons, the right one sells shields. Initiating scan of the armory. All weapons secure. So this will give her... Wow, that's really, really nice. And it only costs 25. Score! Cute yet sophisticated. So... I can't see how much this actually boosts her, can I? Cunning plus 5, so I definitely like the whole stat aspect. I'm gonna get him this. This is a maybe. I want to see. 24, so it's like a 6-point boost, I think. Chemist, item up, cunning. may cause hideous mutations. I think I want to buy this just to have it. And yeah, look at this Stylatama. So is there any reason to actually keep the old stuff or anything? Oh well. So yeah, we're primed for the next mission, and I think I'm going to call it quits here. So when we pick up next time, we will actually go on the mission and test out our 3-man party. So one more thing before I explain, this video is getting uploaded with another one. This is the #1 video on the channel for the near future. I'm going to try for daily uploads. I don't know about the weekend, but expect to see a lot more of this because I was definitely looking forward to it, and so far I am really impressed. But I'll go into more detail as we go about various things. There's other party members. Now, one thing I'm wondering about that I don't know about is whether or not we can actually do like combo attacks like Chrono Trigger or I Am Setsuna. So dual, triple, or maybe even quadra attacks may be in the game, may not. It's one of those things we have to see as we go. I imagine it might be a little bit more difficult because of the way the ability system works, but you never really know. So anyway, calling it quits here. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.